Alright, hello, welcome back to another video on this channel. Also, welcome to R3 and Learning 3. For those of you who haven't watched the last two videos, go and watch them. But after this one, a bit of context. It's my birthday today. I've turned 23 on the 15th of April, which is today. And one thing that I do is on every birthday, whatever number I turn, I do something around it. So on my 20th birthday, I ran 20 kilometers. On my 21st birthday, I drank 21 diluted shots with my friends. On my 22nd birthday, I donated 22 meal packs to an organization in Adelaide. On my 23rd birthday, I'm making 23 videos that are going to go out every hour of today, where I'm basically talking about the 23 learnings that I've gotten from my move abroad, which have led me to this position where I, have a bunch of jobs, a bunch of awards. I've not made it, but I've done a lot of shit. That's why I'm trying to make these videos to share these learnings with you, so that if you're already in Australia, if you're as an international student, if you're planning to move here, or if you have applied for your visa, or you're just researching, these videos get to you, so that these sort of mindset shifts, these sort of learnings that I've gotten in 3.5 years, you're getting in 7-8 minutes time throughout a day. With that said, learning 3 is all about your friends and family back home. Now, a lot of times what I've seen with myself as well, at some point of time, and with my friends as well, is that they forget about the relatives, the family friends, their own family, the friends that they had in school, bachelors, office job, wherever. They tend to forget them. They tend to not keep in touch. Sometimes ego comes into play. Ego clashes are there. Sometimes you honestly don't have time, or they don't have time. But let me tell you one thing: relationships are a two-way street. What I believe is, and what the learning that I've gotten is, that these people were there in your building phase. Building phase as in your personality building, your characteristic building. They have helped you get to where you are somehow, some other way. They have helped you. For me, I had a limited number of friends, family friends, a lot, yes. Immediate family, cousins. When I moved here, I was in a long distance relationship as well. And I was in a long distance relationship for easily 2.5 years, until end of last year. So until end of 2023, I was in a long distance relationship. So why I'm trying to make this video, or why this is learning 3, is that when I see my friends, like friends in Australia, and when I see myself not taking initiative, not keeping in touch with my friends back home, with my family friends back home, not responding to messages, not taking calls, not adding value or trying to take initiative, I feel really disheartened, because what I always feel is that these people at some point in your life were your ride or die. These people were there when you needed help. You were there when they needed help, and you shared a lot of your life, and they shared a lot of their life. One thing that people think and go wrong is that they feel that it has to be like it was before. And that is where I'm here to tell you, as a learning, it will not be always like how it was maybe in your school days, in your bachelor days, during your office, when you were going to office, when you were going to work. It will not be like that. Communication will dial down, expectations will dial down. You will stop sharing each and every moment of your day. You will not talk for weeks, for months, maybe for 6 months you won't talk. But what I'm trying to say is that there is no need to cut them off. There is no need to forget them, because when you choose to move abroad, you're also choosing to move away from all of them, including your parents. So, I'm here to tell you that your relationships with your friends, with maybe your long distance partner, with maybe your parents, with maybe your family friends, will 100% change, and you should be okay with that. You should be okay with the relationship changing, but you shouldn't be okay with letting go of that relationship. Um, if I talk about myself, I have taken conscious efforts in keeping in touch with my friends, calling my parents, trying to call my parents each and every day. And when I lost my father last year, calling my mom a couple of times every day, keeping in touch with my family friends who are near my mom there, keeping in touch with my friends who are maybe in Delhi. A lot of them have moved to Canada, a couple of them have moved to Bangalore, Mumbai, etc. But all it takes is one message, all it takes is two, three, um, short conversation, awkward conversations. But that also means that you still care for the other person and the other person still cares for you. And after those two to three, four conversations, those short conversations, there will be one day where you have the time, they have the time, and then you get into a full blown conversation on a call for an hour where you discuss everything and you start feeling normal again. But you always have to know, when you're making the move abroad, you are making the conscious decision of letting all of those go, of letting all of those relationships go. When it comes to my friendships, they're not the same. When I go back, I meet them for a day, I meet them a couple of times, and then that's it. But that is me still nurturing those friendships, because I shared some at some point in my life, I probably spent whole days with them, whole weeks with them in school, in tuition classes, in cricket coaching. And to some point or the other, I owe that to them, and I owe that to myself, and more than that, I owe that to our friendship, to sustain it as long as possible. um, and to just always have people in your corner is really good. Be that with your family, friends as well. When it came to my long distance relationship, it wasn't that drove us apart. It was different reasons. But then when I was in a long distance relationship as well, we were talking um, 2 to 3 days every day, making that conscious decision that you have stuck, or you have made the decision to stick through this consciously. So you made that decision. So now you got to you got to take those actions that sustain that particular relationship. But that's just your significant other. When it comes to friends, obviously expectations will go down. You don't have to call every day. It won't be the same. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to forget them. You just need to change your expectations and be okay with change in the relationship, in the friendship, and in the bond that you had. With that, that was R3, Learning 3. I hope that added value and gave you a little bit of perspective on how things are going to be and what you should do to better them or sustain those relationships. Other than that, I'll see you in R4 and Learning 4.